Hello everyone, myself Manav, and I'm here with a new video that is matter around us pure. We're gonna talking about elements, about compounds, about the metals, non-metals, metalloids, heterogeneous mixture, homogeneous mixture, impure substances, pure substances. So yeah, let's start with the topic matter. First of all, we're gonna learn about what's the meaning of matter. So matter is that thing which occupies a space and has a mass, which has a mass, meaning there's something in this. If I talk about this sketch pen, so there's space inside the sketch pen. There's space inside the sketch pen, and also, there's something, it is made of plastic, so there is mass also in it. There is also weight of this uh, marker pen. But weight and mass are both different terms. We're gonna learn about the difference between weight and mass in our upcoming sessions. So, but in this video, we're gonna discuss the topic matter. Is it is pure around us? The air, this pen, this notebook, this cup, are they pure? We're gonna talking about all these things in this video. So let's start with the classification of matter. Matter can be classified into two types. One is pure substance, and second is impure substance. That is a primary work or target to learn about these both of the terms. And if we talk about the classification of impure and pure substance, yeah, we can classify it into more parts. I think we should start with pure substance. So pure substance can be classified into elements and compounds. And elements can be further classified as metals, non-metals, and metalloids. Now shifting to the other topic, that is about impure substances. Impure substances can be classified into mixtures, and mixtures can be further classified into heterogeneous mixture and homogeneous mixture. Sorry. So first of all, we're gonna learn about a pure substance. So the definition of pure substance is that a pure substance is made up of only one type of particles. If we talk about this cup, it is made of only one type of particle. It's made of steel, so it will gonna have steel particles, steel molecules. If we take uh, sorry for this. If we take this trophy, it is made up of wood and only have wood particles of this trophy, except these stickers. So a pure substance is that substance which is only made up of one type of particles. For example, water. Water, the chemical formula of water is H2O. What does that stands for? It's hydrogen. What's oxygen? O, that is oxygen. So you're not gonna have nitrogen particles in it. You're only gonna have the molecules of hydrogen and oxygen. If we take example of gold, its chemical symbol is AU, gold. So in gold, in a coin of gold, you're gonna find only gold particles. If you're gonna break down it, whether it is through a physical reaction, physical process, or whether it is through chemical one, you're gonna get only gold particles. You're not gonna get silver. I hope you understood what's the meaning of the pure substances. And now impure substances, fully opposite to pure. Impure substances, those which are not made up of only one type of particle, it can be mixture of many. And that impure substances can be further classified into mixtures. That we're gonna learn in this video. So a pure substance can be classified into elements and compounds. Elements are the pure form because they are made up of only one type of particle. Gold is made up of only the particles of gold. It has only gold particle. You're not gonna get silver copper particle in it. And such things are known as elements. What do you mean by elements? It's a form of matter which cannot be broken. We cannot break it down into further parts. If we cannot break it into simpler form, if you're gonna break them, you're just gonna get go the same particle which is it is made up of, and you cannot break it by you cannot break it into simpler form with the help of any chemical change. I hope you understand what I'm gonna say, because that element is the simplest form. If we take this steel cup, or let's assume it is made of iron, let's assume it's not made of iron in reality, but let's assume it. So when you're gonna break down, whether it's by chemical process, you're gonna break it down, you're gonna get steel, oh sorry, iron. You're not gonna get gold in it. That is the definition, and I have given many examples of elements. Now the second term is compounds, but we're not gonna learn compound right now. First, we're gonna further classify elements. In the starting of the video, I told you about that elements can be classified into three parts. First is metal, second is non-metal, third is metalloids. Metals. Let's start with the metal. You have a periodic table. We have periodic table in science in which you have various parts. Most of the elements on the periodic table are metal. Then we have non-metal, and at the end we have metalloids. So there are many characteristics of metal. It is malleable. What is the meaning of malleable? Yeah, I got it right. Malleable is the process in which we can convert the metal or anything into thin sheets like a paper. Thin sheets. And only metal. This is the characteristic of metal only. By beating, let's suppose I have this marker. Let's suppose it is made up of gold. If I'm gonna beat it down continuously, so then we're gonna get a thin sheet like this, like a paper. Second characteristic is it is sonorous. Sonorous means when you go into temples, there is a bell. Touch it like this and it rings. It rings like this. Oh, sorry. It doesn't. No, it's not working here. Sorry. So, bell. Sonorous means the thing that produces a bell sound. It rings like a bell. That is also a characteristic. You can say that it is a metal as it shows the characteristic of metal. Third, it is ductile. Ductile. You can convert any metal into wires. You might have seen copper wires in your home, and they are made with the help of the process of ductility. Ductile. You make them that process known as ductile, and the metals or the substances which are have the shows the property of ductile. They are known as ductility. They are showing the property of ductility. Ductile metals. They are ductile metals. And another characteristic of metal is I forgot. I think there is. I have in we have discussed all of the characteristics of metal. So I think now we have to shift to non-metals. Non-metal. N-O-N. No. So the properties which I have told, which we have discussed during when we were studying metal, you're gonna have the opposite properties. Mean non-metal will not be ductile, they will not be malleable, they will be brittle. They will be brittle. What is the meaning of brittle now? Brittle is, let's suppose this is a hammer, this is a non-metal. If you're gonna hit like this, you're gonna beat like this. So then what will gonna happen is, uh, you know, it will gonna break down. It will gonna break down into many parts. But if you take the example of no metals, it will not gonna break down. If you will hit it continuously, then it will gonna change into into thin sheets. That process known as malleability. That characteristic is known as malleability. And the third, we have metalloids. Metalloids are those which show the property of both. They also show the property of metals and also show the property of non-metal, like bromine. Bromine, oh no, not bromine. You can take the example of like silicon, boron. Those are the examples of metalloids. Means they show the property of both. They also shows the property of metals and also of the non-metals, in opposite to the metals. So I hope this is clear to you. Now I'm going to shift to compounds. And compounds are those, it can be, we can't say it a mixture, we can say a substance which is made up of two or more than two elements by chemically bonding them. For example, H2O, and the compounds, we cannot separate them with the help of a physical change. Let's take the example of water. You'll not be able to separate it with the help of the process of filtration. You're not gonna get hydrogen in this side and oxygen in this side with the help of filtration. And filtration is a physical process, and they're chemically bound. That is the most important thing. Chemically bound mean they're chemically, with the help of a chemical process they are bonded, so we cannot separate them with the help of a physical process. And the second characteristic of compound are, they mean the elements are in a fixed proportion. A compound is made with the help of fixed proportion of the elements present in it. For example, our water. Water is in the proportion ratio of 1:8. How? Let me tell you. So, as I already tell you about the characteristic of compound. So, the atomic number of hydrogen is 1. And why I have taken hydrogen? Because our water is made up of hydrogen and oxygen. Let's take hydrogen first. So its atomic number is 1, and we have 2 atoms of hydrogen. So we're gonna write 2. Ratio, atomic number of oxygen 8. Atomic number of oxygen is 8. H2O. Let me know. It is 16. Sorry, I misunderstood it. The atomic number of oxygen is 16. Sorry for that. We're gonna do cutting, and answer will be 1:8. This is how we got it. And about the last topic, that is about impure substances, we're gonna learn in the next video. Until then, stay safe. Thank you very much.